festive Monday
Woohoo!
with Turner the Burner in tow.
Hi, buddy.
He lives so close now.
I'm right here.
A hop, skip, and a jump away from Orange Room.
Yep.
And so when we were talking, I said, "What the heck's going on today, Turner Burner?" And he said, "Why?" I said, "How about some jams?" And he said, "Affirms." That means affirmative, but shortened.
Yeah. Indeed, even.
I said, "Affirms." I'm going to just share this quickly with some musical friends. Musical friends, where the fun never ends. That's what we do. That's what we do. I'm going to share to a group as well, known as the Gristle Kingdom. There's a place that we know. Maddie K, greetings to you. Thanks for your generous donation to our cause the other day. It's certainly appreciated very much. It's certainly appreciated. It's certainly appreciated. Oh, what's going on out there? We got Super Denny. We got Paul. Pound the gristle is what's been asked for, and so we shall. We shall indeed pound the damnable gristle. I like that kind of talk.
Pretty early in the week for it.
Let's do that one. 1, 2, 3. Say what? Had a sweet little girl. Lost my baby boys, ain't that sad? Had a sweet little girl. Lost my baby boys, ain't that sad? You can't spend what you ain't got. You can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. Well, had some money in the bank. Now I'm busted, folks, ain't that sad? Had some money in the bank. Now I'm busted, folks, ain't that sad? You can't spend what you ain't got. You can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. Had a funky little shack. Got burnt down, folks, ain't that sad? shack got burned down, ain't that sad? You can't spend what you ain't got, can't lose what you never had, can't lose what you never had. You can't spend what you ain't got, can't lose what you never had, can't lose what you never had. Can you dig it? We are live here in Orange Room. What a magical special place in the Orange Room. Oh, we're here to benevolently melt your face. We're here to benevolently melt your face. That was a little song, we've actually recorded that recently. That's a little Muddy Waters song that will be on the next record at some point in time when it gets deployed upon humanity. And that's a song by Muddy Waters, otherwise known as McKinley Morganfield, called Can't Lose What You Ain't Never Had. Can't lose what you never had. Oh. Yes, this is a limited edition version of my Reverend guitar. Of course, it comes stock with Fishman Fluence, Gristletime pickups, a T-style guitar. Can you dig it? Reverend Fluence Gristletone pickups for T-style guitar could be yours today, ladies and gentlemen. As well as the P90s, as well as the single width pickups. There's so and the humbuckers. Sure. And on Matt's bass right here, we got Fishman Fluence soap bar bass pickups. It's got a little blood on it from the heat of battle. Yeah. He was grinding down that thing.
Thundergun.
And Thundergun, giving the Thundergun a good thwacking. You know what happened? He drew blood. He drew some damn blood is what he did. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. It should be embraced and consumed. Hear that, Dylan? Embraced and consumed. Nothing wrong with any of it. Let's do a little bit of this is a Hendrix tune that's it's kind of a fun little instrumental. We did this one the other night at our party for Mike Lyon. It's his birthday, and we were out in the woods playing. That was actually quite fun. They had 100 brats, and we ate 74 and a half. Right now, I consist of mostly brat.
Bratsman.
I'm a bratsman. Oh, there's nothing like the sausage. Paul says, I'm taking my gristle pickups out to a couple festivals in July. The gristles shall be pounded. I endorse that message. I approve of it, and I dig it. Can you dig it? Brats, says Michael Burrell. You know what language we speak of. That's a good rainy day song.
Nice.
That's a nice little rainy day song for the kids. That's a little song Jimmy did at Woodstock. They called it Villanova Junction. I just call it Sweet. I call it, let's play Sweet. And everyone knows what I'm talking about. Actually, that's never happened ever. But you know, what do you know? Yes, I'm using a Univibe. That's my, oh, that's the wrong shot. That's my jam pedals from Grease, multi-effect. That looks like a tweed amp, but with knobs on it. They make a great Univibe, which is called the Retro Vibe, and I have that engaged as well, a little slapback delay. And I put a little longer delay via the DD3 on there every now and again for a little sweet, sweet ointment. A little bit of that extra ointment for the kids. Because sometimes the world needs them some sweet, sweet ointment. Can you dig it?
Slam it.
Or we're keeping things on the down low a little bit here for a couple tunes in a row. We had a request for something that I was actually thinking about playing anyway. And it's a song called The Chief's Blues. The Chief has come, and it is time to play this song. And it's in the key of A as well. John Morrell says, Greg, can you give a shout out to my brother Jimmy, who's watching you in Scotland? He's a big fan of yours. He's a big fan of old school rock. Well, all right, Jimmy. Greetings to you in Scotland. Greetings to you. Greetings to you, Jimmy in Scotland. Jimmy. dig that? That's Chiefs Blues, ladies and gentlemen. Funny story about that song, Matt Turner. I don't know if you've heard this.
I have not.
Back in 1998, when Dylan was all of 4 years old, I did a kind of live record, live in the studio. I mean, there was no audience, but we played live. I did a few overdubs, but the gist was to just play it live in a big open space. So we rented out this former church, which is now in Milwaukee, the Irish Cultural and Heritage Center down on Wisconsin Avenue.
The old ICC.
That's correct. And we rented it out for a couple nights, and my buddy Rick Probst and Steve Colchin his name is, but we always mispronounce his name because that's, you know, when you have a name like mine, you have fun with people's last names because I can give it and take it, okay? And anywho, so we set up and we played in this church, and I was using a half stack. I had my Vibrolux there, but I also had a Plexi 100-watt Marshall half stack that I used on most of the record. And a buddy had lent me his Les Paul, and whose code name is the Chief, by the way. And he lent me his Les Paul. And at one point, I just said, you know what? Let's just do a blues in A, because the sound of that Les Paul straight into that Plexi crank sounded so good in that room that we just rolled tape, and I made up that head on the damn spot, and that was on the record. And of course, just kind of like how Toby Rives was, the stuff that you don't think about and you just do is the stuff that people usually dig. So that was actually on, there was a brief stint where it was being played as incidental music on NPR's Morning Edition. All of a sudden I'd hear it on there. I was like, damn,
Nice.
that's pretty cool considering I was just like, hey, I'm gonna do a blues in A, roll tape.
Roll it.
And that's pretty much what happened. That was many years ago, but that's a fun one to play, the key of A, ladies and gentlemen. Can you dig it all? Folks, can you dig it? Will you dig it? Castles made of gristle fall in the sea eventually. I like it all. When you ask for Chiefs Blues, I always get a little smile. That's fun to play that one.
That's a big rig, a Plexi and a Les Paul.
Oh man, and then that whole summer, that was my rig. I'd play Les Paul through that Marshall.
For the house parties.
And we played a thing up north as well. I showed up, and then I had to have two heads because I didn't want,
Of course.
I had to have an extra. But interestingly enough, the 100-watt head with two outer tubes taken out sounded better than just the 50-watt Plexi I had, for whatever reason. I know there's science to it in some way, shape, or form, but go ahead and go full Hendrix. Oh, Troy, you are a rascal. In from the storm. I just came back, baby. I just came back from the damn storm. And thunder. That's what he says. He says, and thunder. Do that one. Do that one for the kids. A little bit of Engel. Two Can you dig it? Can you dig that kind of activity? A little bit of Angel for the kids. A little, yeah, the Leslie sound is coming from this little bad boy right here, as dictates Sneakerfoot. It's the Neo Instruments ventilator. It's a good sounding morsel, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big sounding morsel for the kids. And I'm using my Gristle King for clean boost and overdrive, and you of course can get that from your friendly neighborhood Koch.com. They are made for us by Fishman, so we got that going down. Can you dig it? Eric Gale says, Greg, how the hell are you today? I'm walking tall, feeling proud, doing what I gotta do. I wanted to grab old butterscotch and give it a good tickling. We had to bring the stuff back into the house today from our gig this, no, we didn't take it out yesterday, we were a little lazy.
That's okay, though.
It's okay, I guess. Anyway, so we loaded everything in, and then I was texting back and forth with Matt Turner. I said, what are you doing today? He's like, nah, I don't have to work today because it's raining. Yeah. So I said, why don't we jam? So that's what we're doing the trio today. Can you dig it? It's trio time in the house of sin. It's trio time, let the games begin. Yeah, it's trio time, let the games begin, is what I like to say to the kids. That's what I like to say to the kids. Yeah, all right, folks. Rainy day, dream away. That's what I'm talking about. In from the storm. We haven't learned that one yet. At one point in time, we might learn in from the storm. Ba-doom, ba-ba-doom, ba-bo-do, dan, do-do-do. Ba-doom, ba-ba-do, stoogie-da-doo. Stoogie-da-doo.
Stoogie-doo.
It's good for the kids and good for the soul, ladies and gentlemen. We could do any of those things. Let's do a little killing floor for the kids. That's a good one. Boom,
Oh, yeah?
boom, boom, doom, doom, digga, digga, doom, digga, doom, doom. Yeah, get it. I should have quit you a long time ago. I should have quit you a long time ago. I should have quit you, baby, and went down to Mexico. If I had followed my first mind, if I had followed my first mind, I'd have been gone since my second time. I still it. Lord knows I should have been gone. Lord knows I should have been gone. Instead of staying, yeah, yeah, down on this killing floor. That's a little song called The Killing Floor, written by Chester Burnett, known as the Howlin' Wolf. And I like musics, not just one. I like all the musics.
Country and Western.
Country and Western musics. That's right. Well, I hear that train a coming and it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Well, I shot a man in a Schwabenon. That's too bad. Oh, I messed up the words. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. There we go. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't never play with guns. Well, I shot a man in Reno, or a Schwabenon, just to watch him die. Now when I hear that gristle boiling, I hang my head and seating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking them big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. Further down the line, well far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay, damn it. And I let that lonesome gristle blow my illusion. Can you dig it? A little bit of that John Cash has done by the House of Gristle. You heard of the House of Cash? Here's the House of Gristle. You know, we get to point A to point B, Gristle missile. Point A to point B, we got a Gristle missile. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gristle missile, huh?
That's right. I was not at NAMM, as a matter of fact. My services were not needed. And as I like to say, I love going to NAMM. I also love not going to NAMM. So I did see a lot of posts from music friends out there. Seemed to be having a good old time. I hope it was a successful effort. But none of the people I'm associated with had any, a lot of them weren't going. And some that were going in a much limited capacity. So therefore, can you dig it? We had fun at home though. We played a great party. We did a live stream at Together on Saturday, and then we packed up and played a good party and made some loot, played some jams, had a good old time, and now we're back in the Orange Room, a place of honor and diplomacy.
Brats.
Can you dig? We had some brats. They were so damn delicious. I'm going to tell you that right now. Is Dylan playing a broadcaster drum set? What is the name of that drum set that you're playing?
These are Renowns.
The Renowned. The Gretsch Renowned kit. The Gretsch Renowned kit. What is pain? This is probably the first time I haven't gone to NAMM in, well, I want to say a long time.
Probably a while.
It's probably been decades. But you know what? What are you going to do? Sometimes things happen, and you must stand clear and stand firm at all times. Play more strip clubs, says Fred Bear. Fred Bear, you're a rascal. Fred Bear. That's right. You know, I don't know that song.
I had to learn it once.
Did you? Fred Bear?
It was awful.
I know a few of those old Nugent songs from back in the day. Can you dig it? Have you ever done Cream's White Room as the Orange Room? No, we have not. But that's a good song. In a white room with an orange room with orange curtains, there is Gristle. Right? You know what? Let's do that ZZ Top song for the hell of it. I like a little bit of that.
Nationwide or the
Nationwide, yeah. But first I gotta get the words up there. I would forget that song. Yeah. Oh, I did not forget them the other night though, which was key. Why? Lyrics, yes. There it is. You gotta remember that the first one is rolling. Okay?
Rolling down the highway.
And then the second one is easing. And then the last one is moving.
rolling, easy, moving. Get it.
All right, folks. I don't know if you're aware of it, but these three individuals in the room that you're seeing and hearing right now, we are bad and nationwide. Can you dig it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I was rolling down the road in some cold blue steel. I had a blues man on the back and a beautician at the wheel. Rolling downtown in the middle of the night. We're laughing and we're joking and we're feeling alright. I'm ahead, I'm nationwide. Well, I'm ahead, I'm nationwide. Easing down the highway in my new Cadillac. I had a fine fox in front, I had 3 more in the back. They were sporting short dresses, wearing spike heel shoes, smoking Lucky Strikes and wearing nylons too. Well, I'm ahead, I'm nationwide. Well, I'm ahead, I'm nationwide. Well, I was moving down the road in a V8 Ford. I had a shine on my boots, had my sideburns lowered. With my New York brim and my gold tooth displayed. Nobody gave me trouble cause they know I got it made. I'm ahead, I'm nationwide. Well, I'm bad, I'm nationwide. I'm going to say that was pretty good.
Nay.
I'm going to say that felt pretty good, folks.
Nay.
I'm going to say that felt pretty good for the kids. Bad and nationwide. That feels so damn good. Feels good to my corns. When it feels good to your corns, or what do you do? What do you do? When it feels good to your corns, oh, what do you do? What do you do? Well, you know when it feels good to your corns. Some people say corns. Actually, no one says that I'm aware of.
Good Lord.
Corns. Corns, ladies and gentlemen. That's good, clean fun. Thanks so much for tuning in today, folks. We're having a good old time. We're going to leave you with one more jam. And what do you boys want to do? Should we do... we could do so many different jams. You know, let's do that goofy shit we did the other night.
Oh, the Achilles.
Yes, Achilles' Last Love,
Gotcha.
right? shake for me, girl. I want to be your back doorman.
Hey!
That's Dylan back there on the drums. That's my boy, Dylan Koch on the drums. We got Matt Turner the Burner on the damn bass. And good, clean fun here in Orange Room. Don't forget to check out the link. Of course, I'm using my Fishman signature pickups on this guitar. This is one of my signature Reverend guitars in a special color of butterscotch. It's a limited run, but doggone it, good, clean fun. Yeah, we did a little Nebworth in there. One of these days we'll work out the other part. We'll get Matthew up to speed on that particular arrangement, and then we'll do that one in. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one by Jimmy. Folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Yes, we are going to be at the Baked Potato out in L.A. on July 27th. July 27th, we'll be out there. Los Angeles. We're going to be in San Diego the night before that. Greg, were you using a wah-wah pedal at the end there? Yes, I was. I was using my delicious Jam Pedals Waco pedal, which is my favorite wah currently. And can you dig all of that? Can you dig that kind of activity? Oh, can you dig that kind of talk? I'll be eating a baked potato in the front row. That's why I like to see Jonathan Stewart, who will feast like warriors of old. Yeah, for all things gristle, you can go to gregkoch.com, including where to get Gristle Kings and music and our dates and so on and so forth, where we're playing. And there's a link also to Fishman. You can check out all the different stuff that they have lurking at their website, including my signature pickups and all kinds of signature devices and just devices in general of glory and honor. Can you dig it? Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We'll see you on Friday. This same motley crew, ready to rock. Can you dig it? From Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Good day.